I'm Jennifer Marie Johnson. I'll be presenting an overview of social power for creating strategic change that lasts. Dr. Larry Gay Reagan, Professor. This is my Mod 4 assignment. In this review, our research shows us that in 1959, social psychologists John French and Bertram Raven authored what we know today as power bases. What's interesting is that 6 years later, they authored another power base, and it was an informational one. It served a purpose. The capacity was to control information for those that may want or need that information. So what's the goal of power bases? Well, what we know about leadership is that it's important to understand different and various forms of power. Ideally, one can learn to use the positive, hopefully avoiding the negative. When we look at power, legitimate power, formal position, with an expectation of the follower's compliance. In rewards, the capacity to compensate others for their compliance. And in this case, the power base has to be owned by the leader to be able to offer that compensation. Expert power base, those in the know, the skills, the knowledge, the competence, the judgment, important for expert power base. Referent power, the worthiness and the belief in others, the right to respect others. Coercive, the capacity and the capability to punish those that are non-compliant. And then I reference informational, the capacity to control information, to be able to access that information, to give to those that want and may need. Now, when we look at social power, we can actually put it in two different places, positional and personal. When we talk about positional, legitimate, it's an elected official, an appointed position, a CEO, a president, a monarch, an officially legitimized title as well as a position. Now understand, without the title, without the position, this power can be lost. Reward is the capacity to provide raises, rewards, promotions, assignments. Again, if the position power is lost, then so might the capacity to offer rewards, promotions, and assignments. Coercive and informational also fit under positional. Coercive can be problematic, can cause dissatisfaction. Typically, threats and punishment are common. In the informational power base, again, access to and control over the information that others may want and need. So all of those are connected to positional power bases, while in personal, there are two. These are probably the most advantageous or the most frequently used in leadership. Expert power, the knowledge, the skills, and the judgment. And referent power, influential, respects and identifies with others. These are the two that are connected to a personal power base. When we take a look at what the benefits and the purpose are, what we know about power bases, it offers an opportunity for leaders to understand their influence. It allows an education to better understand power. In fact, may prepare leaders to better accept their power and develops power bases as we grow new and hopefully effective and efficient leaders. Part of the presentation asks to review the benefits and the strengths of alpha dogs. What we know about alpha dog strengths. They're typically the highest ranking member of the team, the most visible. They're usually a very dominant figure. They're in control. They take charge. They're decisive. They're goal-focused and determined. They know where they're going and how they're going to get there, and that is their zenith-like focus when they're an alpha dog. We're also asked to review what the pitfalls are, just as a review of the benefits of power dog or the alpha dog. those same benefits can become their pitfalls. When an alpha dog, highest ranking member visible, is too domineering, too in control, too take charge and decisive, determined and goal focused, without the advantages of a team that's willing to follow or participate or have input or feedback or provide your thinking, then the alpha dog benefits can become the alpha dog pitfalls. In summary, power bases are good to know for current and future leaders. It's a great training tool. What we know about power bases, understanding oneself is vital. It's critical. Being aware of team member responses, absolutely essential. Paying attention to how they're responding, if they're responding. If they're not responding, then that's important for the alpha dog in the social power environment to understand why and to hopefully rectify that issue. In this power base, willingness to be flexible and adaptive is key to effective leadership success. Education and training ongoing, beneficial for the leadership and the team members, constantly reviewing what the organizational focus is, what these power bases are, what the team member participation and response is or should be. What we know about leadership is that effective communication, collaboration, and cooperation builds not only effective organizations, but cohesive teams. Cohesive teams that are goal-oriented. Successful teams provide opportunities for recognitions, rewards, and celebrations. This is essential to success. This presentation is referenced by the following references. Thank you for your attention. This ends our presentation on power bases in social power.